Nestled between rolling green hills and bordered by a dense forest, a quiet village thrived, untouched by time. At its heart stood a modest shop owned by a tailor named Obinna. His life, though solitary, was rich with purpose. Each morning, before the first light of dawn, Obinna would rise, light a lantern, and begin his work. His skilled hands moved deftly over fabrics, his keen eyes inspecting every stitch with precision. From everyday clothes to elegant robes, his craft drew people from far beyond the village. Obinna's shop, located at the central crossroads of the village square, bustled with activity. The rhythmic hum of his sewing machine was a constant.
Before we continue, do not forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new. Also, like our video, share it so others can also see it. Do not forget to keep the notifications button on so you can see it anytime we drop a new video. Also, share your opinions in the comments box. Let us continue.
Constant backdrop to the clamor of the market and the laughter of children playing by the well. Yet, despite his success, Obinna lived a quiet life, keeping mostly to himself. He had no family, his parents long gone, and he had never married. His days were filled with the comfort of routine, until something peculiar began to happen. Wherever Obinna went, cats followed. At first, it was only a few strays drawn to the warmth of his shop, but their numbers grew. Sleek black cats, fluffy gray ones, orange tabbies, and white felines with mismatched eyes, all seemed inexplicably drawn to him. They never begged for food or tried to enter his shop. They simply watched, their golden and green eyes reflecting an inscrutable gaze. At first, the villagers found it amusing. Look at Obinna and his army of cats, they chuckled. Children ran after him, trying to pet the felines, and women at the market whispered playfully about his unusual entourage. But as weeks turned into months, amusement turned to suspicion. The cat numbers continued to grow. Dozens of them waited outside his shop in the mornings and lingered by his house at night. In a village steeped in superstition, such an inexplicable phenomenon sparked unease. It is not natural, one woman whispered. No man should have so many animals following him. I have heard stories, another murmured. Stories of curses and witches. Perhaps the cats are a sign of something dark. Soon, Obinna found himself shunned. Customers stopped visiting his shop. Children no longer played near him, their laughter replaced by worried glances. The isolation was suffocating, yet the cat remained a silent, ever-present shadow. One evening, as the sun dipped below the hills, Obinna sat in his dimly lighted shop, the sewing machine silent. He stared at the shapes of cats gathered outside his door. Desperation gnawed at him. He needed answers. The next morning, Before the first rays of sunlight pierced the sky, Obinna set off to see Baba Chaku, the village elder. Baba Chaku, a man of great wisdom, was said to possess knowledge of the spiritual world. If anyone could explain the cats, it was him. When Obinna arrived, Baba Cheku's hut stood at the edge of the forest, wretched in the scent of burning herbs. The elder opened the door, his sharp eyes immediately falling on the cats. Inside the hut, the air was thick with the aroma of sage and dried herbs. Shelves lined the walls, filled with jars of powders, stones, and other mysterious objects. Obinna explained his plight, his voice heavy with frustration. Baba Cheku listened, with his expression grave. "Tell me," Baba Cheku said, "do you possess anything passed down from your family? An heirloom, perhaps?" Obinna thought for a moment. His grandmother had left him a simple wooden pendant carved with intricate patterns. He had never thought much of it. When Obinna retrieved the pendant, Baba Cheku's eyes widened. "This," he murmured, "is no ordinary pendant. It is a talisman of protection, imbued with the spirit of your grandmother. She must have cared deeply for cats in her life. They are drawn to this talisman, not because of a curse, but because of the love and protection it embodies." Obinna's heart ached with emotion as he learned of his grandmother's legacy, but Papa Cheku's expression darkened. The talisman had awakened because there is danger, the elder warned. "The cats are here to shield you. Remain vigilant." Obinna's simple life now felt fraught with unseen threats. He thanked Baba Cheku and returned home, the weight of the talisman heavy around his neck. That night, as he lay in bed, the soft padding of paws outside his window filled him with both comfort and unease. In the days that followed, Obinna's life took on a new meaning. Though the villagers continued to shun him, he began to accept the cats as guardians. He wore the pendant every day, its presence a reminder of his grandmother's enduring love. But questions lingered. What was the danger Baba Cheku had spoken of, and why had it come for him? As the cats followed him through the village, their silent companionship no longer felt like a burden, but a mystery waiting to be unraveled. Obinna vowed to uncover the truth, his heart brimming with resolve. Whatever lay ahead, he would face it, with his feline protectors by his side.